History of Saudi Arabia from historyofnations.net. What does it say? Except for a few major cities and oases, the harsh climate historically prevented much settlement of the Arabian Peninsula. People of various cultures have lived in the peninsula over a span of more than 5,000 years. The Dilam culture along the Gulf Coast was contemporaneous with the Sumerians and ancient Egyptians, and most of the empires of the ancient world traded with the states of the peninsula. So, right there in the first paragraph, we have already ruled out the motherfucking Arabs from the history of Egypt from Menzies forward. 300, 100 BCE versus 5,000 years ago. We'll do the math. Was 2012 minus 5 fucking thousand? It leaves us at the beginning of the history of ancient Egypt. You stupid, stupid fucks. I don't know why I should even finish any of this. I already killed him. I already silenced the whore. You know? The Ottoman Empire brought the Turks and the Arabs into Egypt after Muhammad had already fucking brought a huge fucking migration of armies into Egypt. Because when he died, they stepped up the war. And they invaded. Oh, let me just get to that. Okay, we'll call it History of Islam, Invasion of Egypt. Because you guys can act, oh, I'm making this up. Oh, I'm making this up. Muhammad. Wrong. Fucking. We will do. Should we do that one? History of Islam. We'll go History of Islam. That's a nice website we can use for you once. So this is by Professor Nazir Ahmed, PhD. And one of you are wanting, oh, you don't have these fancy degrees, so you have no right to speak on it. Well, there's your fancy degree, you white trash rabble. Now, where were we? Somewhere in here is going to tell you what I've been telling you. 6th, 7th century, migration of fucking Arabs into Egypt. So we go down, blah, 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 the Ibn fucking guys, Muhammad, okay, Bilal ibn Rabah, the first Muezzin of Islam. The proximity of Hijaz to Abyssinia ensured continuous contacts between Africans and Arabs of Mecca. So there you have black people in the very fucking foundation of the history of Islam, as well as proof that they had dealt with each other. But there's definitely a distinction between the two, you dumb shit. Now we go on to... Why do you tell me everything but what the fuck I want to know? We're on 1817. Where the fuck is the start, sir? Oh, you gotta be fucking joking me. These motherfuckers. Here we go. In turn, Egypt has attracted the attention of Asian conquerors, as happened in the Persian invasion of the 6th century, the Roman invasion of the 1st century, and the Arab Islamic invasion of the 7th century. I'm just going to leave that highlighted there. I'm going to move the camera. Hopefully it doesn't make too much noise, but I'm going to zoom in a little bit. 3, 2, 1. All right. So, you see what I've been saying. First you had the fucking Persians. And this is not to mention the Assyrians and the Turks. This is not to mention the Greeks and the Libyans and the Hyksos. All the people that mixed with Egypt since then. And we're talking about biblical history of Egypt. Before Ramses and Moses, you have Joseph and Jacob. If we're talking about the history of Egypt, the Lord hardening his heart and proving what the ancient Egyptians had said, that they were communicating with God and the Spirit was manifesting inside of them. I don't know why I talk to you white people with no fucking souls and no sense about this. About the Mediterranean. About the pharaohs and the fellahin. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You're a bunch of woods. Oh, let's forget the whole Islamic era of fucking Egypt from 700 to 1250. Let's go ahead and scroll down to that. Maghrib, blah, blah. Here we go. In the classic Islamic era, the Berbers were there even. So you had the fucking Berbers, the fucking Arabs. There you have the different skins, tones being mixed together with the black people. I don't know why I get into this, you fucking morons. In the Sudan belt. Diverse people, each with his own rich history, blah, blah, blah. Matter of fact, let's move this motherfucker to the map. Fuck all this shit. Let's move it to the map. As you can see, I do my fucking research before every video. That's why I know what I'm talking about, and the white trash don't. Continue to research, that is. And what do we have hither? I do believe, sir, I do believe we have something quite interesting here. We have Sudan right here, we got Ethiopia, we have Eritrea, and we have Somalia below it. So why is Eritrea by Sudan, and why do they have different shades of skin? Like in Egypt by Sudan, like when conquering people drive other people this way when they're invading from the north and from the east. Oh, so when we're getting invaded by the Libyans and the Algerians and all them motherfuckers who had their problem with the French, remember, the Algerian fucking war, 1954, you peasant whore. Remember 1944, World War II, 1948, the Arab-Israeli War. Let's not forget that, because people are invaded by other people. Oh, are we to say the Native Americans were a bunch of woods because some cannonballs were found from the Civil War? Or are we going to admit that the original artifacts, the arrowheads, the ancient Egyptian structures of, the ancient Native American structures of cities, the Mayan, the Aztec, the Olmec, prove that there was another people here before? The originators of the land, the cultivators of the original culture and system of religious and scientific beliefs. I rest my case. Your inferior point of view has been completely dismantled. Thank you.